Hello, I want to share something today. It's about patterns. This past week, I had to face patterns, and patterns is crazy. It makes you crazy. It makes you it's like being in a twilight zone. That's what patterns is. And you know what's interesting is we are living in pattern, and people are not aware of this, and they don't realize it's like a nightmare. It's a loop. So imagine living every day and doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again, and people are actually doing this, living in a pattern through belief systems, and people are not aware. Like gangs, religious people, they go to church every Sunday, doing it over and over again, trying to hold on to that system belief, living it as if it's who they are, but it's not. Now I saw this past week when my uncle moved here because his wife passed away, so we've been helping him with his passport because he's going back to Philippines. So for now he's staying with us, and he is 74 years old, and I think he has some Alzheimer's disease, but I don't know. Because so what happened was he's been worrying about his passport and his social security money. So we've been waiting for it, and every day ever since he came here, every day ever since he came here, he's been asking me the same questions over and over, and he's been worrying like for his passport and his money. So every day he would ask me, Kenneth, go, did you check the mail? Did you check the mail? Like, he would ask me these questions. Like, he would ask it an hour, then 2 hours later he would ask me the same question again. And even if I say, I will check it, don't worry, stop worrying, and he cannot stop like his worry. He just keeps worrying. He's like stuck in this loop, this pattern of worrying about his passport and his money. And at one point I started to teach him how to do self-forgiveness. So we actually did like self-forgiveness for his worry, but that didn't work. The thing is, I thought he would forget it, but he is able to remember things that he is worrying about. So it's not like I don't think he has Alzheimer's. It's just he is thinking about a single point where he doesn't remember the other things because he's thinking so much about one point. He's thinking so much about one point where he's not aware of the other things that we tell him. So if I say stop worrying, worrying is not gonna do anything. You're just projecting yourself in the future, and that's not gonna help you anything. The passport and the money will come. If it doesn't come, then we just need to call the place. So there's no need to worry. So I would tell him these things, and he can't hold on to that. It's like every day he just worries. He asks me the same questions over and over again, and every week, every day he does that. And at one point I experience myself irritated, annoyed, and then at one point I start feeling like going crazy. It feels like Twilight Zone, like a nightmare, because you wake up, I talk to him, and the thing that comes out of his mouth is the same thing. It's like pattern. And when you face that every day, it's like makes you. I had to do self-forgiveness. That's one of the point that I had to work on, is not be irritated, because I see that he's just a mirror of me, and I'm allowing myself to go crazy over it. I'm allowing myself to be irritated and annoyed over it. So I did self-forgiveness, and I just, when he asked me the same questions over again, I just answer him without any reaction. But before that, I had reactions. Like I would experience like being angry, and just kind of telling him, trying to direct him, but all of that didn't help. So what can I do? I just have to stop allowing myself to react to the pattern. So today my uncle is not here, and I feel like free because I don't have to face that pattern. So it's like, ooh, I'm free, I'm alone, there's no pattern that I have to face. And it made me see how people are living, how people are stuck in patterns. But some people see these patterns as good, while others see it as bad. But both of them are just still limitation. And it's like when people go to church every Sunday and hold on to the belief, that religious belief, they keep holding on to it. It's like a pattern, and they see it as something good, but it's actually a nightmare. It's like, why live yourself and define yourself according to a system and live it every day? That's a loop. Living yourself, people don't see it. It's a nightmare. Like people who are living in a persona, like say gangster people. They wear certain colors, act certain behavior, talk the same way. Those are like all patterns, and they see it as something cool, but it's actually, why would you live in a pattern every day? Why would you do the same thing over and over and over again every day? I mean, people don't see that. They're not aware that they're like stuck in this loop, in this system, and they're not really living themselves. It's the same thing with like anything that you do, where you keep doing it over and over. Like from playing video game systems, you do the same thing over and over, nothing changes. But the only thing is just, it's fitting your mind, and according to your belief, it's good or it's bad. And actually, it's a nightmare. it's a